Now that we have our texture in our model, what if we want to resize it or orient it differently? Perhaps we want the boards to be running this way instead of this way. To do that, you'll want to double-click into your group. So hit your space bar if you don't already have your select tool activated. Double-click, everything else becomes grayed out, and you have access to the floor face. Now you can right-click and choose Texture Position. So you do need to right-click on the floor face. You might not get the same context menu if you right-click outside of the floor. Right-click, Texture, Position, and you'll get these 4 colored grips here. If you happen to tap your Shift key, like say to pan over, you may end up getting these grips, and these serve a different purpose, which we get into in the 3D modeling class, but you'll want to tap your Shift key to bring them back to these different colors. The red one, if you click and drag it, moves the texture around. And this is really helpful for things like tile if you want it to start and stop at a certain point. This one over here, if you click and drag, it resizes the scale of it. So I can bring it out, and I can also rotate this. So if you wanted it at an angle, or if you want to bring it all the way this way, you can do that as well. So I'm going to bring it out. There isn't really a scale to fit a certain board size. With this, you'll have to sort of manually do that. I'll show you how in a moment. But that is because this is an image of multiple pieces of wood, and SketchUp doesn't really know what the wood size is. It just knows that it's an image and it's repeating that image. So it's not really a scientific way. It's more of an eyeball it at this point. But then I'll show you how to kind of get really close to that size in a moment. Another thing here is that you can right-click, rotate 90, and that just, of course, rotates it 90 degrees. I'm going to bring it back, right-click, rotate 90, and then hit Enter to set it. Now, what if we do want a specific board size? In this case, I'm going to do a specific board width. So I'm going to grab my line tool and just draw a line along here. I'd like it to be 4 inches wide. So I'll type 4, Enter. And now I can right-click, Texture, Position, and I can see that the board is just a little bit too small. So I do need to, let's see here, bring that over here. You can click and drag to get those pins within view. So I think I'll just bring the green one over here a little bit closer so that I can zoom in on this line here. I'm getting a little bit of Z-fighting. Now I can bring it out a bit and reposition. And now it's at just about 4 inches. So I'm happy with that. I can hit Enter, and then be sure to delete this edge here that you created so that nothing else sticks to it and you don't get that in your plan. And I'm happy with that, so I'll click out into some white space to close out of that group. In the next lesson, we're going to paint the walls.